how subconscious mind creates reality. Your subconscious mind is the root cause of your entire experience right now. You're living from the subconscious mind. And when you can alter, change, and reprogram the subconscious mind, it can radically shift your life. It has mine. I grew up in a really rough neighborhood and I was around gang crime, gang culture. I was in an environment that doesn't necessarily manufacture the success that I have now and the things that I've created now. I changed my life by reprogramming and changing my subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is reality. And from the age of 7 and below, your mind was very susceptible to all the different things that it was exposed to. So the subconscious reality dictates your behaviors, it dictates your emotions, it dictates how you feel about something, it dictates how you perceive something, it dictates how you act. It dictates your entire behavior. And so it also dictates what you can attract and manifest into your life. It's your default mechanism. And so from a very young age, you've learned how to be a certain way. Your ego or the subconscious mind has been constructed and molded in a certain way. And so the question that we need to ask ourselves, is it aligned with making a lot of money? Is it aligned with success? Is it aligned with having a successful relationship? Is it aligned with having good health, right? Because if you're having thoughts about ill health or sickness or stress, anxiety, all of these things, these thought processes are a part of your subconscious identity. And so what happens is over time is your body starts to get sick because you have thoughts of sickness. Does that make sense? Subconscious mind also blocks money and success. So if you think about it, if we have negative thoughts, negative emotions, any negative emotions around money or success, then that's a part of your reality. And if that's a part of your reality, that is what you're going to see. And what I mean by that is you only see what you believe. You only see what's a part of your identity. Does that make sense? And so one of the things that's very powerful to do is begin banishing any negative thoughts about success and money. We have to begin to understand that thoughts are things. Everything in your external environment right now, even yourself, is a thought. You're alive right now because of a thought process and some emotions that go along with that. But it all started from a thought. This camera that I'm recording on, the iPhone or the Galaxy or whatever it is that you're watching me on right now is someone's thought. The car that you drive, the gear stick, the steering wheel, the light, the buildings, the houses, the shops, all of these things stemmed from a thought, an idea. It all started within the mind. And Neville Goddard actually says the subconscious mind is God, or imagination is God. This is also explained in the Science of Getting Rich book, which talks about how everything in your external reality is, the substance of thought, and understanding that money, having more money, allows you to experience more of God. So if you have more money, more success, then that allows you to do more things with money. And if you could do more things with money, that means you're seeing more of God. Does that make sense? Now, obviously, we know that money can get into the wrong hands, but that is, again, a belief system. That is an identity. And so if you believe that, then that's hindering you from creating money in your life because you believe people do bad things with money. So if you get money, that makes you a bad person. So this is why it's so imperative that you annihilate, that you eradicate all negative thoughts around the thing that you want. If you want a successful relationship, you need to eradicate all negative thoughts about a relationship. If you want to make a significant amount of money, you must eradicate all doubts, all fears, all anxieties, all pains, all suffering, all trauma, right? All thought processes about other people and money. All thought processes about what other people think of you about money. You need to eradicate, you need to eliminate, you need to banish that out of your mind to the point where it doesn't even exist. If it doesn't exist in your mind, if it doesn't exist in your subconscious, it's no longer a part of your reality. And if you fully believe in the opposite, which is I create wealth, I create abundance, I create success, and all of these things, now that's your belief, that's your identity, and so that's what you begin to see in your reality. If we look at religion, religion teaches us evil and bad and all of these things, and so now that's a part of our programming. And so if it's a part of our programming, we have access to that, so that's a part of who we are. And so now we're expressing that and seeing that in the world. And what we have to begin to realize is if everybody was programmed to have positive thinking and only think in the positive and not to allow the illness to come into their mind, the sickness to come into their mind, and that only positive thoughts, only positive emotions can happen, that's what they'll begin to create. Now, I know we live in a reality of duality and polarity, but again, that in itself can be a belief system. One of my beliefs is that there's this isness, and you want to make isness your business. Is transcending the negative and the positive. So if we look at temperature, we have hot, we have cold. The isness of temperature is temperature. That's the isness. Temperature is not hot or cold, it's just temperature. If we look at the human being, we've got male and female, right? What's the isness in that? Human, right? Human being. So in that state of isness, being in that state of being in the middle allows you to transcend and choose what side you want to be on. You're above, you've transcended the ego mind, and you've allowed yourself to sit within what you would prefer to feel and think. You can choose to dismiss the other side. You can choose to dismiss the negative. You can choose to believe that it doesn't exist. And as you begin to believe that, you'll create more of what you want. You'll create more of what you would prefer. And the benefits of doing this is realizing that when you create more money, when you have more success, when you have better health, you can help more people. You can change the world in a really powerful way. However, when the negative sides are part of your identity and what's going on in the world and the lockdown and all of this stuff is now influencing how you feel and it's pulling you down, right? And so that's why we want to stay away from watching the news. We want to stay away from things that are programming on us negatively, because that's, again, creating those negative experiences and manifesting us seeing that. You want to be very protective around what goes in to the subconscious mind. They say we are what we eat, but we're also what we think every single day as well. So if you're choosing to think positive, if you're choosing to transcend the ego and focus on the light, focus on the positive, you begin to reprogram the subconscious mind to filter out and experience more of that via the reticular activating system. And as you begin to focus your attention in this particular area more and more, your mind is going to filter out more and more, and you begin to experience more and more of love. And so you attract more money, you attract more success, you attract more experiences which align with how you're tuned and dialed into reality. Your subconscious mind is the dial, is the radio station knob where you're changing station. And you get to choose what station you want to play. You get to choose the song that you want to play in your life. You are an instrument. And you need to use your instrument, you need to use your subconscious mind to facilitate the reality that you want. And so if you don't want the white noise, if you don't want the noise and all of this stuff, and you don't want the noisy, kind of background, you can't really hear what they're saying, all of this stuff. You want a clear radio station, you want it to be crystal clear, HD, love, money, abundance, success. That's what you need to tune into. Every single day, you have to begin to reprogram your subconscious mind for that. Success doesn't happen by accident. Success is a science, and that's why they call it the science of getting rich. And I suggest that you check out that book, by the way. So every single thing that you're experiencing right now is a result of your subconscious mind. So if you want to make more money, you want to have more success, all you need to do is reprogram your subconscious mind. If you forget everything else you know about success and you just purely focus on your subconscious reprogramming, your whole entire life will begin to transform. Once you master this area, you don't necessarily need to buy book after book, course after course, and continually trying to figure out how to create this life that you want. You already know that you're creating it through who you're being, right? You feel confident in yourself, and you don't need, books and courses and all of this stuff, because you have the toolkit to really create your reality. And that's not to say that you shouldn't read books at all. I still listen to stuff. I still, learn and grow and expand. But I know at the core of who I am, all I need is to shift my identity, shift my personality, shift my belief system, shift my behaviors, shift my emotions into that ideal reality. And then the hows will come. The way will be shown, because that's what I believe, and that's my path now. In my head, that's the station I'm tuned into. I'm not trying to figure out whether I'm doing it right or wrong, because that's my belief, that's where I'm at. And so I create that into my reality. I pull those experiences into my reality. I pull the right people, the events, the circumstances that align with that particular belief system, that align with that identity. So if you're someone that wants to become masterful at creating your reality, and you want to create more money and success in your life, and you want to be one of my success stories, I've been able to help people make 6 and 7 figure incomes in their businesses and transform people's lives in really powerful ways, then go ahead and check out my free training. The link will be in the description where you can go ahead and check that out. And check my previous video on shiny object syndrome and how to overcome procrastination. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.